Lambda functions. So I want to talk about Lambda functions. So what are Lambda functions? Lambda functions are basically functions that are kind of written in one line, and they do not have a name to it. So you do not really associate a name because you want to do some real quick calculation, and then your goal is that at the end of that calculation, you just get the value back and you will work with that. So that is a Lambda function. So for example, let's go here. Let me just create a kind of a separate Lambda function. So a Lambda function, again, is an anonymous one-line function where you want to do some really quick conversion of some kind of calculation or conversion that you really want to do quickly. So let's see. Let's see if we have a number list. So we have a number list, and the number list is a list which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have these numbers, and the task is that we want to add, maybe let's say that we want to add 2 values to it. So not 2 values, but add 2 to each value. So we want to add 2 to the first index, which is 2. So 4, the second one would be 5, then the third one would be 6. So we want to increment it by 2. So what we are going to do is we are going to write lambda x colon. So what it means is that take the value from this list one by one. So actually, let me just, so when you're writing a lambda, we use something called map. You can think of map as a for function. So it iterates over the list. So this map will actually go index by index and iterate over this list. And then when it gets to this 2, it will bring that value in that x, and then you just say x plus 2. And that's all the operation that you want it to do, and then you provide the list here. Num list. So we provide the num list. We say that map or go do a for loop on this and add 2 to each value. And then whatever the result is, give it to us. So let's run this. Now you see this gives us a location of the values. And this is one of the differences in Python 2 and Python 3. In Python 2, when you run this, it will actually give you the list back. But in Python 3, because we are working with Python 3, it does not give us a list back, but it actually just gives us the location of where the list is. So what we do is we take this and we actually cast it as a list. So we convert that into a list. And then when we convert that into a list, it actually gives us it, and you can see that it has added 2 to all the values. There is no name of this function. It's just an anonymous function. We wanted to do some real quick calculation on this. So we did, this is one of the ways of doing it. It's an anonymous function. We use a lot of Lambda functions in data science and in Python when we are using data analytics and data science. So we use a lot of these Lambda functions. Any questions on this? It's a simple thing. Map is just like a for loop, and it iterates over the list and actually can do the calculation for you. Any questions?
I'm actually trying to implement it, and it seems like it doesn't permanently change the number list. This is just a temporary change.
Correct. So you will assign it to a new, so you can say new number list. And now if you call new number list, that will have that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.